Good morning. Good morning. I think this is our 11th, lucky 11, mindful morning together. The irony of today's class is not lost on me. The universe has your back. I woke up plenty of time, 5:45, and at 6:15 went to turn my laptop on, and my laptop's not working. And so I just went upstairs to Paul, my boyfriend, and said, "Can I use your laptop?" So I've been frantically trying to get my laptop working. And I'm like, really? Does the universe have my back? So today's lesson, God, so sitting in an easy pose, palms on your lap, close your eyes and just take some deep breaths in while I share some thoughts about today. There's a beautiful book called The Surrender Experiment. And this guy's written 2 books. Surrender Experiment, his first book, is about this man finding meditation out of the chaos of his life. And between his 2 books, he shares about how he took this attitude where he was just going to lean in with a yes to every experience that came his way. And he has some pretty crazy things that come into his life. The book really kind of leans into how any opportunity that came to him, he just said yes to, even if he felt uncomfortable in it. But he ends up owning this farm or property somewhere in the Southeast where he runs retreats, and acres upon acres end up becoming available to him for him to run this retreat center. People would just show up at his house because they loved this retreat center, and suddenly they were living with him. One of them becomes his wife. He has a software development company that lands into his lap. And it all comes from him just trusting, like, these things came into my lap. I'm going to trust that if I just lean in, there's a purpose. I just started reading Gabby Bernstein's The Universe Has Your Back. And at this point where I'm kind of making a big transition in my life from corporate America, I now have accepted a part-time job in corporate America and have just been feeling some dissonance about it and really questioning this idea of, I took it because a dear friend of mine found it for me, and I'm like, oh, it's some extra money. But it's this weird line in our lives between when and what we should control and what we should lean into. And I want to just invite you to just remember some times in your life where things have happened where you have felt out of control. You know, we have our friends, we have our jobs, we're trying to create these lives that we have control over. And then things come into our lives that feel really, and I don't know why I feel a little choked up right now, where we feel out of control and we don't know what the answers are. And it's in that moment that we get to ask ourselves, do we trust that there is if love truly is the answer, if a God or a universe, an entity, or just a philosophy of believing that instead of freaking out, there's something that can truly be there to bless and guide us into the next step out of chaos. So some of the quotes, and I'll share more on our webpage, is that I truly have come to see that when we lean in, and really in that moment of chaos, when we say, my laptop's not working, when we turn to a bigger source, a universe, God, love, I have truly come to find that we just have to open in humility and answers come to us. Gabby Bernstein, being in union with the energy of the universe is like an awesome dance where you trust your partner so much that you just surrender to the beat of the magic. Take a deep breath in and a long, steady, slow breath out through your mouth, through your nose, it doesn't matter. The moment you realign with love, God, universe, and stop relying on your own strength, Clear direction will be presented. The simple intention to surrender control is all you need to experience miracles. The universe will always conspire to lead you towards solutions of the highest good when you open up to receive them. Come into a rock pose, which is on your knees, sitting back on your heels. We won't be here for long. Rock pose, just sitting back, hands facing on your thighs, and let's begin some gentle spinal flex on rock pose. So breathe in when we come forward. Breathe out, stomach coming into our spine when we breathe out. Waking up your body. Let me share our intention for today. All is well. I am in the flow of life. I trust how things unfold in my life and that everything is working out for my highest good. I relinquish control. Breathe in, breathe out, forward, back. I relinquish control and choose to completely surrender to how life unfolds for me. I trust that in areas where I don't know the answer, more will be revealed. All right, from rock pose, finish with a deep breath in, chest open to what is in front of our lives. Come forward onto tabletop, and I want you to come into a downward facing dog with a breath in. Shake your bum from side to side. Keep your knees in a nice bent fashion. Wiggle, walk your dog, and then drop back down into a table, up into a cow. Stretch your collarbones, breath out, and then with the breath out, come up to downward dog. With the breath in, tabletop cow. Breath out, downward facing dog. So we're flowing through this, flowing with life. Breath in and cow, breath out and downward facing dog. Do one more and finish in downward facing dog. Lift your left leg up to the sky. Stretch, 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 heel up, 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 and then swing it through between your hands and come up into a crescent lunge. So you're on the back of your toes, they're facing forward. You're on your left foot, railroad tracks, rise your arms up. And just hold this beautiful crescent lunge, balancing. Breath in, breath out. Frame your front foot and then stretch your right hand up to the sky and gaze up at your right hand. Just starting to wake up hips, shoulders. Frame your front foot, step back and come into a downward facing dog. Right leg up to the sky, heel up. Stretching, scissoring your legs wide open, and then swing that foot through and rise up into crescent lunge, up on your front toes, arms up, palms facing each other. Deep breath in. I trust that everything is working out for my highest good. Let's be part of the dance. Place your right hand down next to your left foot outside. Stretch your right foot, sorry, you guys. Left hand up to the sky, stretching up, twist. Frame your front foot and come up into a downward facing dog. And then walk your toes behind your ankles, grab opposite elbows, opposite hands, and hang forward into a forward fold. And then with a breath in, rise your arms up and overhead into Tadasana, mountain pose. And then release your hands to your body, to the side of your body. I'll come to the front here. I can tell that this camera is not capturing all of me for some reason. It's using Paul's computer that is kind of tweaking things. I don't know why. All right, bring your hands around your neck, interlace them around your neck, step your feet hip distance apart, twist to the left with the breath in, to the right with the breath out. If you can, close your eyes and then use some good, powerful breath. Keep that going for a few moments. The dance, the moment we realign with love and stop relying on our own strength, clear direction will be presented. My question is just how much more beautiful our experiences can be when we open up in those moments of vulnerability, question, instead of just controlling. Trust the universe has your back. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to the center, arms spread open wide. Deep breath in and release your hands down to your side. Crow squats are much like just normal squats in Kundalini. Your feet are facing forward. Our arms are going to be out, palms facing down, fingers engaged, bellies in. And we're going to lower as low as we feel comfortable. And then with the breath in, we come. Breath out is when we go down. Breath in is when we come up. Ideally, your knees and feet are both facing forward. If your feet are a little bit more spread out, just make sure your knees are aligned with your ankles. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come all the way up to standing. Deep breath in. Arms engaged still. Release your hands down to your sides. We engage the mantra Har, which is really the power of infinity, the universe. Hands are at your hip, and we're going to wake our hearts up a little bit and begin with some kicks. So we kick left, right, but it's a yogic kick. And just deep breathing, and in your mind, be thinking Har, 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 Har. I engage the power of the universe. Pointing your toes as you come up and down, alternating your feet. If you need to slow it down, you can, although it actually is easier going a little faster. Just about 15 more seconds. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stand, deep breath in. breath out. Feel that energy flow in your body. Feet hip distance apart, arms facing out, moving into some squats again. Down, up. Breathe out when you go down, breathe in when you come up. 5, 4, 3. This time we'll end up down. 2, 1. Come all the way down. Deep breath in. Deep breath out. And then rise all the way up with your hands up overhead, palms engaged. Breath in, reach up, breath out, touch the floor. Breathe in, arch your back a little bit as you come back. Breathe out, touch the floor. Up, arch your back a little bit. Out, touch the floor. Thinking of that mantra, HAR, engaging and trusting the universe has our back. I know you all are creating beautiful lives, but there are going to be things that have already and will happen out of our control. It's that moment of trust and surrender. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come up to stand, hands up, deep breath in. Release your hands to your hips. We have about 30 more seconds of yoga kicks again. This is just deep breathing in and out through your nose, ideally, or in through your nose, out through your mouth. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1. Come to stand. Deep breath in. If you're not already at the front of your mat, come to the front. Release your hands to your side. Swing your arms up and overhead and dive forward in a beautiful sun salute. Hands to your mat, step back to plank. Come through cobra or upward facing dog. So lower chaturanga, upward facing dog, or through a cobra, downward facing dog. Deep breath in and downward facing dog. Raise your left leg up to the sky. Swing it through in between your hands. Rise up, warrior 1. And then open to a powerful warrior 2. Bending that knee, opening those hips, arms. And then gaze forward at your left hand. Fingers pointing forward. Roll your shoulders back, down your back. And lean forward, extended side angle. Use your left elbow to press into your left thigh, opening that hip, giving it a nice stretch. Gaze up at your hand. Breath in. Breath out. Frame your front foot. Step your foot back, flow through chaturanga to upward facing dog. And then lift your hips to the sky, downward facing dog. Raise your right leg up to the sky. Swing it through. Rise up, warrior 1. And then with a breath out, open up, warrior 2.
Gaze over those right fingers. And then extended side angle. Use that right elbow to open up your right hip. Gaze up at your left fingers. Breathing in and out. Beautiful. Frame your front foot. Step back. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. And then come into a child's pose. Head down on the mat, breathing deeply. Knees spread wide. Deep breaths in. Rise up and come into easy pose. So that's just a comfortable Sukhasana, seated pose. You're going to have your palms down, right hand over left, and then just forward spins. As fast as you can. Breathing deeply. The universe will always conspire to lead you towards solutions of the highest good when you open up to receive them. Not just what we get to think about what our minds want and come up with plans and then release it. See if there's something even better. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hands, right hand over left hand, deep breath in, engage root block. And then release your hands on your knees. Take a deep breath in and out. All right, before we go into our heart rate variance breath, left hand, your thumb is pressing down on your ring, the bed of your, whoops, I always forget it's up here. You're pressing down on the bed of your ring finger nail. And you're going to have your hand up to a square. So with your elbow in close to your body, your left hand is just at about shoulder height. Your right hand is going to, palm is going to be facing down as you push down till you're parallel with the body. Right, turn your palm around and then raise it up to the sky. So it's down, up, down, up. Just do it to a good steady breath. Make it a little more flowy as you get used to that motion. Palm up when you bring your hand up, palm down when you bring your palm down. And start to feel that in your arm. Keep pressing into the thumb, into that nail bed. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Right hand up, palm facing up, deep breath in. Engage root block and release your hands. Right thumb onto the nail bed of your ring finger, pressing firmly in. Your other fingers are engaged, elbow to the side of your body, arm up towards your shoulder. And now you raise your left hand. Palm is up when you come up, palm is down when you come down. And begin. Sometimes these coordinating efforts are really good for the brain and rewiring. You can do a slow, steady breath with this. I kind of coordinate it with because it helps my brain. Breathe in when I bring my arm out, breathe out when I bring it down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Arm up, palm up, deep breath in. And relax your hands down, palms onto your knees. Take a deep breath in, steady, full breath out. I'm going to drop into just a cadence of 4 counts in, 6 out. I will count them for you. This beautiful breath pattern is part of heart rate variance. So really what we're just doing is getting our heart and our breath aligned. So take a deep breath out with you through your nose, and you're going to be breathing in and out through your nose. So let's just you'll get into the cadence as I count. But breath out, breath in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, nose, 2, 3, 4, out, nose, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4. Drop in, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, in, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, leaving you on your own for a moment. Breathing in 4, out 6. All the way up, belly, chest, out. Continue a steady breathing pattern. You can release the counting, but with a little bit shorter in, longer out. That cadence of 4, 6 is a great one to count. You realize you're not really pushing all your breath out or breathing in all the way, but getting that cadence is actually in line with most of our heart rates and can drop us into a super peaceful place. Let me repeat our mantra, our intention for today. Our theme, the universe has your back. So you're breathing in and out. All is well. I am in the flow of life. I trust how things unfold in my life and that everything is working out for my highest good. I relinquish control and choose to completely surrender to how life unfolds for me. I trust that in areas where I don't know the answer, more will be revealed. So just a few of those, if you want to repeat out loud. All is well. I am in the flow of life. I trust how things unfold in my life and that everything is working out for my highest good. Deep breath in and out. We did a couple of odd poses today, so thanks for bearing with some of those. I hope that you felt some of the flow. The universe does have your back. My mindfulness activity is kind of from Eckhart Tolle and then also some mindfulness cards. Nature has an amazing way of just being part of the flow. So the next time that you are feeling out of the flow, and I would try this in the next couple of days, stop and stare at nature. Stare at a plant that's on your desk, the leaves, just soft gaze, breathe deeply in and out and stare. And not just like you're trying to study it, but just that you're slowly just kind of engaging with that. A tree, a leaf, stare at the sky, just look at nature. Probably not our dogs, as much as we love them. They're moving quite a bit, maybe when they're being still on the bed. But just breathing in that cadence of 4-6 is going to get you, and you can even get a timer. There's timer apps that you can get, and I can put that onto the Facebook page that actually will count for you. And they'll even have, instead of speaking, they'll have a ball that opens and closes. So you can see the ring opens as it's getting to 4 and then closes as it's counting down to 6. So you can set cadences to really start getting used to breathing patterns that are steady and have a count. You can do a 5-5 breath, but 4-6 is a great one. So bring your hands to heart center, rub your palms together briskly, creating some heat in your hands. And then bring your hands to heart center, thumbs pressing into your sternum. Press your palms together so your arms, your elbows are splaying out, you're pressing in. We'll close with a long sat and a short nam. Deep breath in. Sat. Nam. Sat nam. Namaste. May your laptops and technology work for you. Blessing you with a wonderful day.